Or does he have a dildo rammed up his ass? In the noughties, we had mutual masturbation. Or in my case, just masturbation. Just telling you how it is. Got an email from my missus the other day. It said, we need to discuss what we need to do. I'll translate. You need to discuss what I need to do. Sat down at home the other day with a beer. Thought, this is a nice home. Wonder whose house it is. My mother, she's the worst. She's so toxic that she makes a North Sea oil disaster look like a Hell's Angels soggy biscuit party. If I dared marry my partner, a new will gets written. It's not that she doesn't believe in marriage, no. Just so long as her son moves back home in some kind of sick form of inverse bonded labour, where she is the cook and I'm forced to eat whatever she makes. Kind of perpetual Indian takeaway. Marriage. You're so busy, you spend like 2 full days a month together. So you could basically marry your worst enemy and still make it work. Language. Couples spend so little time together that it's going to evolve into a kind of code. With D345 HR, meaning I want jam on toast, a bacon sarnie, I will do the dishes, love you. And D345 JS, meaning the same, apart from I love you, which turns into you're such a flirt. Wink emoji, laugh emoji, tongue emoji. In the future, no words necessary. Just a Bluetooth connection. And in the distant future, things will devolve into grunts and farts again. Our family's already there. Children's books, they're all the same. Idealised natural environments, talking animals. This is a fox, this is a hen, this is a piglet. Far better to say, look kids, this is Sainsbury's, this is Tesco's, this is Lidl. Trip to Disneyland Paris, cancel. Let's visit an abattoir.
Fair enough.
Taxi drivers.
Always.
They all love cash.
Yeah.
Even though they say they'd accept cards. And change, you want change? Right. Let me get my huge bag of change out. Slowly sifting through those 10p's, letting the guilt and instant regret rise until you can't take it anymore. But you can't say, no, don't worry about it. Then they win.
That reminds me of a very quick one for you, because I've got a job at 6.
Yeah. Go on.
So Englishman, Iceman, Scotsman go to a strip club.
Yeah.
They sit there and have some drinks. And the bird comes out and starts dancing. She goes over to where the Englishman's sitting, gets her boobs out, rubs them in his face, gets her fanny out, rubs them in his face. He goes, ooh, gets her £10 note, licks it, sticks it to her left thigh. So she then goes over to where the Scotsman's sitting. Same again, rubs her tits in his face, rubs her fanny in his face. And again, he gets a £10 note out, licks it, sticks it to her right thigh. Then she goes over to where the Irishman's sitting. Same again, tits in his face, fanny in his face. Irishman gets his credit card, swipes it down the middle, says £20 cash back, please.
So that's the last bit again. You say
The Irishman gets his credit card out, he swipes it down the middle, says I'll have £20 cash back, please.
fuck. me.
Are you
Cruel,
working all
cruel.
morning?
Huh?
You working all morning?
I come here at 3, so.
Are you logged on to Western?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, otherwise there's nothing.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got one now. So
Alright, mate.
I'm coming back here, so I'll be back here in a minute.
Yeah, right, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, all right.
So guys, yeah, so regarding the taxi drivers, you don't want to let them win. You do not want to let them win. All right. And regards to this, right? Ever mention to taxi drivers about tax? Yeah. Ever mentioned to taxi drivers about tax? Well, listen to this. Asking a taxi driver about tax is like asking Jeremy Clarkson about equality. The first thing in life, yeah, the only thing in life is death and taxes. Well, not if you're a taxi driver. They only have death. And some of them don't even have that. Rearrange the letters in taxi, you get I tax. It's like every taxi driver's a tax collector, robbing the rich and robbing the poor. Okay, so they do the odd good deed, letting the old guide dog in, yeah, taking the old lady shopping to the door, but leave an iPhone 14 Pro Max in the car. It's like, phone? What phone? Not in my car. Try the other million taxi drivers operating in the area. Birds. Some birds have been trained to poo on particular cars, and I swear that certain birds have been trained to poo on my car. Not angry with the birds, it's the people that train them. They come down here from God knows where, London, Manchester, not Liverpool. Cars change hands so quickly up there, it's not worth washing them. I can say that because I'm a Scouser. My brother, he's lived up there for 25 years, still doesn't call himself a Scouser. He's middle class, you see. Scousers, they're the most generous, kindest people on earth. Just don't leave your wallet lying around, it be gone. Hand it into the nearest police station. I'm taking it to the busies. What you mean? It's mine. Prove it. Okay, look, I know it looks like I've just jumped off the nearest boats, but please give me my wallet back. Eventually they do, with a tenner slipped in, because you just need it more than me, lah. Have you ever been upset by a person's farts? Each fart is actually a gift. It gives the person next to you information and potential data that can be collected, analysed and used in a study. Right now, approximately 1 in 100 of you want to fart. And at a push, boom boom, 1 in 10 could push out a fart if they tried. I want to invite all of you right now to dig deep. I tried to be a new man at home. Yeah. I got told off for using children's cooking utensils and burning saucepans. Well, don't let me cook then. My 2-year-old saw a young boy crying. Her first response? Go up to him, slap him in the face. I walked up to my Tesla one morning. It was steaming hot. A cat had just urinated on it. My comedian friends, I love them. It's not because they're nice people, because I've got Stockholm syndrome with them. Waving at other car drivers. Do it. Smile. You're actually waving at sexual intercourse in the past. Same about baby showers. Sexual intercourse in the past. Just have a sex shower instead. I know that sounds wrong. Contempt towards seagulls. Useless. Because you know what they're thinking. I can do this. You need all that equipment. Jet engines, fabricated wings. I have a brown willy. I'm not going to show you. I don't have my microscope with me. A few years ago, I made a baby with a white woman. Well, she made the baby, I just sat there. No, not during sex. During the pregnancy. What is it actually about these recent race riots? What's that all about? Lots of brown willies crossing the channel. A few hijabs and babies thrown in to make the headlines. Putting strain on our NHS. British being invaded yet again. First by the Romans, then by the Saxons, then by the Vikings, then by the French, basically Vikings, and now by the Brown Willy Massive. Racism, not in Brighton, but come to Lewis? Well, as a person of colour, I often wonder where the brown and black people are at. I had a word with one of the white Louisians. He said to me, "Yeah, you've got a point, yeah." And then the penny dropped. The Lewis bonfire. Quick lads, we forgot to shave the hair off that one. I get it that many people with mental health problems don't wash very much. Sure, even myself, I haven't washed for days before. One day, me and my partner got on a train with our young child. Our young child, not a young child, okay? And we saw a woman get in after us. She was slightly dishevelled, looked a bit tatty, flipped open her laptop. It wasn't what was on her laptop that was surprising. It was that before long, it was quite obvious that she stank to high heaven. You know, that kind of enveloping smell that just makes you want to gag. The kind of smell you smell if you go around my house for supper. Anyway, I had the great idea of going up to her, dropping a few stink bombs at her feet and crushing them and getting my partner to video it. Result, you know, her reactions and everything. I want to ask you guys, am I going to hell? Okay. Would Jesus Christ have been a stand-up comedian? I think he would have done. I think he would have been. What about the Prophet Muhammad? I think he would have done as well. The Prophet Muhammad, live at the Apollo. I would have gone and seen him. I once did stand-up comedy in the streets, and my taxi boss called me over. I thought I was in big trouble. Turns out he wanted tickets. Yeah. I took a person for a ride, yeah? Not that kind of ride. And she said she had a friend who was an autistic stand-up comic. If you heckled him, it was a hate crime. Yeah. I'd love to go into school. No, not for that reason. And I'd love to give a talk on how hard... Stop it. On how hard life as a stand-up comedian is. I'd get the mic and I'd say this. Life as a stand-up comedian, it's no joke. Oh dear. But seriously, pecuniary society. I told my 3-year-old that I had to go to work. She says, why? I said, Daddy needs to earn money. She said, why? It's because we live in a cash-based society. She stopped talking after that. Another good way to stop the why cycle is the following. To say, why? Daddy's so tired that he can't answer any why questions anymore. But that only works if you're so tired you could actually kill someone. I looked round to see why she'd stopped talking. No, I hadn't killed her. So terrible. Turns out she was asleep. No, not sleeping with the fishes, asleep. God's sakes. Anyway, everything can be reduced to transactional exchanges. This and the advancement in tech to take money from people in different ways is going to result in the following. It's going to result in councils being charged every time I pick up litter. Okay, they're not going to get a huge bill from me, but still. Cat owners getting charged for every time you stroke their cat. Pussies included, but it's cash the other way when I do that. Yeah. And people who stare getting charged pay per view. It's a great earner for hotties and transvestites. All right, okay. So now I talk about not liking. I'm never gonna fly budget again. Sleep deprived of a 40-hour week, sitting on my ass doing nothing as a taxi driver, and then getting tossed around in turbulence, getting told by my other half, look at such and such an island, the Parliament building. But if it wasn't for my partner, yeah, I'd never go on holiday. Because I have two modes, operational and broken. Actually, I have two more modes. Limp home mode and horny. So front row, you're safe. You're safe. Now you know my OS. Do not hack me. I was actually thinking of handing out free braces at the beginning of this set because there's so many dad jokes in this set. And I could shout, brace yourself. I'm fresh off the boat. You know, the one that crosses the channel. The ferry, mate, the ferry. You know, I was trapped between the restaurant and the duty free. Let's say that there's a lot less Toblerone now. What is it about Toblerone that you can't eat one without looking like you're Dr. Dre giving someone a blowjob? And I'm not going to eat one like a squirrel. I gave a lift to a guy from Rodmell the other day. A white guy, yeah. He says he's got a brown willy and white legs. All in his jeans. Says all in his jeans. I recently came back from France. Wiped me out completely. I have to top up on my mum's DLA now. This. I went to my mechanics the other day and pulled up outside, and what I thought was a racist parks his BMW next to me and says, "Excuse me, you're in my parking space." So I say, "Get out of my car, close the door, get back in," because it's a Tesla. It's always opening its doors willy-nilly. And I thought, some people, they have a gaydar. I have a racist, despicable person dar, or radar for short. Anyway, what is it about racists that they always think you're stupid? I went into this corner shop the other day and I tried to buy an ice cream from a lone woman. Yeah, you what she says to me? She stands over me and says, "Have you decided yet?" You mean, have I decided whether you're a racist or not? Anyway, I go back to the mechanic, yeah? I was so close to calling him a despicable person, right? And I was only dreaming that he'd call me a packy. But unfortunately it wasn't to be. The mechanic himself, he was like a soppy Vin Diesel. Had a soppy smile. I kind of fancied him. What is it about some blokes? They're divorce phobic. It's not that they don't want to marry, they don't want to get divorced. It's like me. My worst fear is sharing my worldly possessions with somebody I don't love or don't even like anymore. Yeah? It's like me sharing my doner kebab with a complete stranger. I went into Asda the other day for a last minute shop, yeah? And I was literally last one coming out. And one of the people that worked there pointed at me and said to his colleague, "Is this the last person?" I felt like saying to him, "No, there are more inside and there's more outside. And I know what he'd say to me. He would have said, oh, you think you're so funny, don't you? You think you're a bloody comedian, don't you? If only you could see me now. I'd probably say the same thing. Oh yeah, I took a 97-year-old for a ride the other day. Not that kind of ride. And he said to me, have you got one of those adult toys? It took me a while to realise he was talking about a mobile phone. Not only that, right? Fucking hell. That should make you laugh now. I've got to struggle now. I've got to struggle. I'm trying to fart. No, seriously. It's completely screwed me up. Did you want to tell me something?
Think about a 93-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
So, woman's walking down the street.
Yeah.
So you saw old guy sitting on the wall crying his eyes out. So she goes up to him and says, what's the matter? He says, I'm 93 years old. I'm carrying a 57-year-old bottle. She
Yeah.
gives me sex twice a day.
Yeah.
Sucks my cock twice a day. And I've never been happy in my life. She's like, why is that unhappy? She says, I can't fucking remember where I live.
Not only that, right? I talked about that, you know, that shop in Asda, yeah?
Yeah.
I went up to a serviceman in McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Dropped my burger, went up to them. I said, thank you for your service. You know what he said to me? What, here? If you ever don't want to be challenged, right? Talk bullshit. You want the license to talk, say whatever you want and not be challenged. Become a doctor, yeah? I mean, you can't, as a carpenter on the job, like hit a nail, a screw like it's a nail, can you? No. Well, doctors, they can make a nail a screw and a screw a nail. And if they hit into someone's hip, the transformation's complete. It makes Jesus' water into wine trick look like a warm-up act for Paul Daniels. Whatever happened to Paul Daniels' other half, actually? Is she a huh?
Debbie McGee.
Yeah, is she at secondary school now, yeah? But seriously, my partner, I ordered her online, like she's from Hungary. And all well and good, but when it comes to the toothpaste, yeah, I tell her, it's finished, chuck it away. You know what she does? She squeezes a less than pea-sized amount on my brush. Not only that, there's a sliver of soap that lingers on the dish for weeks. You know what I do now? Take it, flush it down the loo. And magically, a new one appears the next day. So I grab it, I wash myself all over, and I sing, I wanna be like you, I wanna walk like you, talk like you. See you, mate. Oh man, that was about half an hour. Fucking hell.